Grace, grace, God's grace, grace that will pardon and cleanse within.
We had such an amazing Sunday morning together. Got to see a baptism, got to open up our series, Teach Us How to Pray, looking at the Lord's Prayer, and man, just an amazing service. Really looking forward to this upcoming Sunday. We're going to start in on the Lord's Prayer. So last week we looked at the context around the Lord's Prayer and understood why Jesus put this sermon right where he did. And now we're going to dive into the Lord's Prayer itself. So let's read it real quick and then I want to say a few things about it. Matthew chapter 6, starting in verse 9. Pray then like this: Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. You know, the sermon on Sunday is going to be entitled, Hallowed be your name. You know, you've heard the Lord's Prayer broken up in what I don't believe is wrong. I believe it's correct. Two different parts, 3 and 3. The top 3 being, hallowed be your name, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And those are spiritual prayers. And then the physical is underneath. Give us this day our daily bread, forgive us our debts, and lead us not into temptation. And that can be broken apart into 3 and 3, and you can look at it like that. But I really want to look at this word hallowed. Hallowed be your name, because I think the whole prayer itself hinges on this one word. So what does hallowed mean? Hallowed means to esteem greatly, or to respect, or give reverence to greatly. But you know, even the demons respect who God is. They know who Jesus is. So I think it goes beyond that. I think it's to treasure greatly, to love greatly, agape love. Let me hallow your name. Let me love you. Let me treasure you with all that I am. And that goes back to the third commandment, right? And so when the Lord's Prayer is, hallowed be your name, it's a plea that our hearts treasure Christ. And everything on the Lord's Prayer, every element of the Lord's Prayer hinges on that one word. Because if you don't hallow Christ, meaning if you don't treasure Christ for who he is, if you don't love Christ with all that you are, if you aren't completely sold out for Christ, then are you really praying in God's will? Do you really just want provisions for provision's sake? You see, everything hinges on this first part, that we plead with God, that our hearts treasure him. Man, I hope to see you Sunday morning. We're going to continue our series on Teach Us How to Pray. We're going to learn how to pray as a church. A church that doesn't pray is a dead church. And we want to be a church that's vibrant and alive and active and seeking Christ daily. Our service starts at 10 a.m. and we would love to see you there. Remember, live the life and tell the story.
Grace, grace, God's grace, grace that is greater than all our sin.